This is One Fat Boy, and I will be going over the NBA All-Star Game and my predictions for the overall game. So, for Team Durant versus Team LeBron, generally, I think All-Star games are usually fairly close, and they're usually within 6 points, and so I'll just have to lean towards Team Durant being within 6 points, hence why I'm going with the spread of Durant plus 6, as that was the spread right now, and I do expect, as I'll get into it later, that there's more players on Team Durant that will show up than Team LeBron. I will be going over 323.5, as All-Star games are generally pretty high scoring, and for 320, that means at least like both teams have scored like 160 or somewhere in there, which generally for like the first 3 quarters and at least the first half, there's usually no defense, so that's what I'll be expecting, and I won't be surprised if I see anything else. So hence I'll just lean towards the over 323 and for sure over like 300 points, like 310 easily, but 323 is where the spread stands overall in FanDuel. So here's the rosters for both teams, and the players with the red arrows by them are the ones that I really expect to just try hard in this game. So for Team LeBron, it's like I expect Giannis, DeRozan, and Luka to play like if it's like a real game. LeBron, he's older now and probably doesn't care as much, but I'm sure he wants to win. So if you have faith in LeBron wanting to win, put him on the list with the red arrows. For like Jokic, I really don't know. Curry, he's just there to shoot threes. He's just there to enjoy his time. Garland, I could see him trying to show up because it's his first All-Star game, but when it gets to the fourth quarter, I don't expect him to be in the game as much. Chris Paul, he's kind of injured right now, so I don't expect him to play more than like 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. Jimmy Butler, I don't know, he doesn't seem like the All-Star prototype, but honestly wouldn't be too surprised if he's there in the fourth quarter, but I think he'll probably just elect to take himself out. Donovan Mitchell, I think he's another one where you could put the red arrow by him, as I'm sure he wants when he's still young. He's still youthful, still has to prove himself amongst the All-Stars. Then Fred VanVleet, I expect him not to be in the fourth quarter, but I still, like, I'm sure he'll try to win, but being in the fourth quarter, the final five, I don't see him in that mix. Then Jared Allen, just probably like a typical center kind of all-star performance from him. So he'll get like the lob passes, but he won't be in that final five in the fourth quarter where they're trying to win at the end. So, but the 3 arrows for Team LeBron, like that's who I really expect to show up. But for Team Durant, so my red arrows are for sure for Embiid. I think he'll show up as he wants to show that he's top dog. I think he'll be in contention for MVP. It's like all my red arrows, those are like my contentions for MVP, maybe minus LaMelo Ball, as he'll be trying, as he tried pretty hard against in the Rising Stars, and I expect that same energy for the All-Star game, but you can just take him out of the MVP contention. But Embiid, Morant, Booker, and Towns, I expect them to really show up for this game, especially Morant and Booker. So Jason Tatum, so he is a starter, but I think towards the fourth quarter, he might be in there, but I just lean towards him not. I think Trae Young's kind of the same way. He might just be like too small. He might get taken advantage too much, so he might not be in the fourth quarter. Wiggins is there for a good time. Booker. I'm sure he wants to prove himself during this All-Star game, as this is his first one where he's actually elected without not being an injury reserve, so I'm sure he's going to put up a show. Then Towns, he hasn't been back. I think he's had like 1 or 2 years off for All-Star game, so I expect him trying to show that he belongs, and also the lone Timberwolf there. Zach LaVine, I can see him being a factor, but I think when it comes to fourth quarter time, like I think he might be in there besides Ball, or like a Trae Young might be in there besides like LaMelo Ball. And then Chris Middleton, I think he's just there too. We'll just be there just to spice up the minutes. Gobert, I think it's the same value as Jared Allen, just there to collect the lob passes, just finish up the missed shots. And LaMelo Ball, he'll be wanting the ball for sure. It's in his name, so expect him to show why he's there. And then DeJounte Murray, I think he's just going to be one of those. He's there, but won't have like a ton of minutes overall. But the red arrows for points, like I expect them to be over what the FanDuel puts. I think there will be a lot of overs, but it's just trying to pick out the unders. Like whatever they put Chris Paul at, I'll probably go under as his hand is injured. The big centers, I'd maybe put like under for them too, but they're just going to be fed a lot of passes. But overall, if you follow these red arrows, I think these players should have good games overall. Thank you for watching, and bet responsibly. As always, take into account what you would be willing to bet on what you think. And once again, thanks for watching.